Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And away we go from East Rutherford. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Tua taken right to the air. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And that's good yardage for the new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st down, here's Tua. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Tua now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Turbo 1 high. Ready.
Achane, a 1st down carry. Down to the 10. And he's finally taken down at the 3. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Slot man in motion right. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Running with Achane out of the gun. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Back-to-back runs, stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal.
Well, you're getting a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
On 3rd and goal, it's Tagovailoa. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Jets will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. The 50. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Jets drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Michael Badgley on to try the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. If there was a metaphorical panic button over there right now, partner, I feel like this would be the time to press it.
And you know me, I'd take the elevator right down to the field and press it now.
And this defense, man, they have seized on the opportunity that's been presented to them early.
And here's what happens with defenses. Once they feel an offense is loose with the ball, this poor ball security, they're going to be ripping and clawing and tearing for it all game long.
Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out.
And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Malachi Corley the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Receiver in motion going left. Tagovailoa on 1st down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Has a man. It's Achane. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Able to find Achane. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they face second down.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Achan reels it in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Throwing on third, Tagovailoa. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And 4th and 4 coming up. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Search. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Did this defense ever need that or what? Just a step in some kind of right direction. Hopefully now they can build on that sack and claw their way back from this pretty slow start.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Left side, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. While you watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see. Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make...
And in for the Miami touchdown! Riley Patterson on for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Dolphins chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Another try following the sack. Sideline shot is snagged by Corley. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or two short of the 20 here.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They've got 3rd and 8. Rodgers here from the gun. Has his man. That's their rookie from Penn State. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Over.
From the gun, it's Hall. And they'll make the stop after a short gain to the 48. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. He steps in and makes the interception. There he goes on the right side. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Patterson on for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Dolphins tie things up at 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers coming back after the pick. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Got a man. It's Njoku. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
They give on second to Hall. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Rodgers here off the play action. That one complete to Njoku. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Second and 10 now. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing again, it's Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
When you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
Throwing once again, Rodgers. Able to hit Hall, complete. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to get it with the option. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Jets take a second quarter lead. Aaron Rodgers with the touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Has this at the 6. Here's a reverse. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Tagovailoa off the play fake. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. He's got it inside the 25. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now Camarda on to send it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now here's Rodgers. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. To throw, Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Into the hand. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Dolphins got it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, that's just...
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. On first down, here comes Hall. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Hall once more. And they take him down right along the 30. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. They're down to their final 1 in this half. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go right back to Hall. And he'll go down here at the 16. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Jets hoping to break this tie before the half. 2nd and 3 now. Blown back, it's the handoff. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get some late points and the lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Returns looking good so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He sends this one to the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins earn the chance to tie before halftime. Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Dolphins tie us up 28-all. Now Camarda on to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers set to pass. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Can't connect on the short throw. It's incomplete. Intended target there was David Njoku. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
What a great fight from those blockers to keep buying him time in the pocket to find a throw. You wish that effort could have been rewarded with a completion.
3rd and long, Rodgers. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive with Hall. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 now. Finds his target, Hall. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that was great timing. Great timing by the big fellas to get out in front of that screen. You could see it coming. Running back has the lineman in front of him to clear a little space. And it was all about his athleticism after that.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Jukes out a one-stop. Space on the right, and he's got room. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take the lead right away in half number 2. Breece Hall with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready.
They send a receiver in motion right. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Has a man, it's Achane. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Here's a chain up the middle. And that carry gets him up to the 44 on a solid gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
We'll track it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jets take possession off their 2nd interception of the game.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
It's a gain of 7 on the play, and now they've got 3rd and goal at the 2. Hall. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown. The Jets parlay the interception into points. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Tagovailoa on 1st down. He put everything he had into this one. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Jets take over on his 5th interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
They'll motion him out of the backfield. We've got a screen to the running back. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers has his man, it's Corley. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He's got Njoku on the sideline, caught. And he officially gets them into the red zone before going out at the 20. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Working inside the red zone. That one way too far up there. They can't connect.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
They'll throw again. Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Got to figure out this third down here. From the shotgun, Rodgers. That's caught for the first. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First down from the red zone. And he's got it for the touchdown. But while they celebrate, back near the line, we've got a flag, Brock, in the neighborhood we usually see holding. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this first and goal. Rodgers to throw. This finds Smith. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Still a good bit of work to do here, Brock, as they come up on it, second and goal. Hall running between the tackles. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on second and long, and it leaves them behind the chains on third.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Rodgers will look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Lambeau able to put it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. This is the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Ball on the 45, first and 10.
Yeah, ready.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. On target to Waddle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Ready.
From the 41. Able to find Achan. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Here's Achan running right. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He completes it in traffic. And this one does not go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Trying for it, it's Achan. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Jets get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
At the 11-yard line.
To throw, Rodgers. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another carry for him. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. He has the first over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
The give here on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now here's Rodgers. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the counter, Hall. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
I'll get... Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Man, they had to be exhausted by that point, Brock, which makes it even more impressive that one of them somehow found the energy to force a fumble like that, finally get them off this field.
Yeah, it's thrilling for the defense, Kate, but, geez, it's demoralizing for an offense because you could feel it. You could feel it when you've kept that defense and ground them to a nub, and you just feel that energy being sucked out of them, and to not take advantage of it just stings that much more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa. He puts everything behind this one. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Achane reels it in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Here's Tua again. Complete to Pearsall. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his...
And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins get it back to within 2 possessions. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to flow toward it, and that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Okay, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Jets are able to recover the kick. Juke the defender. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. This will be a nice win for the Jets, who draw closer to it as they take a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. So the win goes to the Jets. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
Baby and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
She said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said.